Chief Corey is being skeptical of the government of Jamaica and them soldiers. Now, one can say, well, a different time now and rare, but you know, sometimes that is how we protect ourselves from the evils of white people. We must always be skeptical. And when I say JLP government is white people, but they are run by white people system. And yet still the people them now who don't have that hindsight, I say, what am I talking about? If not the people are suffer. Make the government come up and come do where them are do. And next Wednesday, I go through the places. We see the place I get confusing now. PNP and JLP is at war, loggerhead with each other. We see the chief in our compound make certain statements, say no want a soldier up in our compound. The people them rat and get vexed. Because them say a one country that can be stated in our state. You know the problem with that? And believe you me not take up for none of them two people there. Because me remember where for years now we are tell Maroon them both on the Portland side and their compound side say them no apologize to we who never get a chance to go up and deal with them. Because them take away and give back to the white guy them. And we are say there need to be an apology. We go to Africa, go hear the Ghanaian chief, them apologize for the part them playing as slavery. Yes, we hear the chief them say yes. Them ask for forgiveness from us. Them ask we to forgive them. We stand up and hear them and say that. These Maroons don't feel say them they do nothing wrong. And me I say, them did help to kill Taki. Them help to kill Paul Bogle. And most of the slave rebellion will rise up in Jamaica. And the Maroon them help to quash it. And give the white man that them can cut off Taki neck and stick it up and stick. Now, it's saying that, we have said this. I don't know much of you know that in America, them have the federal government, we control the 50th state, them America. And then them have the indigenous people, government, like the Native American them, have their own way of life that the federal government do have no authority over them. Them live and with them practice them culture from them time till now. If you go to Arizona and certain part in Nevada, some part of California too, we have indigenous American, we don't want to call them American, but indigenous natives, we practice them culture, and no police can go in a them village but tell them what to do. Them have authority to refuse the federal government certain things. Them have authority to do that based upon them historical past. We hear people I say, who is the colonel? If I tell the prime minister say no one a soldier on the compound. Well, somebody can call me and tell me if I'm wrong. And if I remember to the Christmas time I come up here, I feel good too quick, man. The pestilence is upon me, man. Okay, so we'll talk about the Maroon Chief Korean thing. And we'll say it's a weird thing that the Maroon them in Jamaica help white people to get rid of the African them who never get to run up the hill. Not knowing and not recognizing that those people who call themselves Maroon is runaway slave them. They were runaway slaves. And some of them make a deal with the white man to capture we who never get enough to deal them. And we are talking about from east to south where the African them run. And we know, say in history, Taki was sold out by so-called Maroons. Paul Bogle was sold out by so-called Maroons. Three Finger Jack was sold out by so-called Maroons. And the list goes on and on. But when saying that, we have to examine something in Jamaica that a whole heap of people don't realize that it's not unique to Jamaica as it relates to indigenous people. And indigenous people land is power. Land is the basis of power. And the land that indigenous people settle on, they are able to live out them cultural expression and do what them want to do on that land. And the laws that govern these indigenous people community is not extended outside of that community, because the community is run by federal government. In Jamaica, you call the federal government now the GLP government, federal government. In America and other places, them say the federal government. And the federal government, there are certain restrictions. There are certain restrictions that is held dearly to the indigenous people that the federal government have no authority over. No authority. And a whole heap of people who are here attack, them run up their mouth. Them don't know, say, what is happening in a compound is not unique to a compound. But most indigenous people will find themselves under the class of white people. And we can't talk about New Zealand, we can't talk about Australia, we can't talk about Brazil, we can't talk about America. There are certain laws. There are certain laws that was not made by white people, but it was instilled in the indigenous people cultural expression. So, when we say that, we're going to say this now, which is a very unpopular viewpoint. The unpopular viewpoint is that even though them claim authority over Jamaica, the Jamaican government, but there are certain laws that govern the indigenous people, now called the Maroons, that the authority was given to them like the land. The land is something where all, religiously, to their compound, to the Maroon, not only a compound, but you have other places. You have other places. You have Maroon Town in Portland. You have Maroons in St. Thomas and all these places where them chief is responsible for the laws and the everyday runnings, except for what you call murder and all this kind of criminal activity. Them give over that to the federal government. That's the federal government because really and truly any government that was originated out of Britain is British laws and governed laws. So even though we claim say Jamaica independence, Jamaica still run by the laws of England. It's England run Jamaica. But within that running of Jamaica, there's a group of people, what them call indigenous people, that was given authority over them own life, to live them own life indigenously. And in Jamaica, them call them the Maroon. Not only in Jamaica, because you have Suriname Maroons and all these places. So when Chief Curry say him don't want the soldier them to help in the situation, him can say that. But, and there's a big but in that, but we have a situation that arises in Jamaica now where Melissa come and match up the whole of the players, and that never exempt their compound. Now, for some reason or another, I don't know what, Chief Curry say he will accept the things them, but him don't want a soldier come militarize a compound. No, that is where the argument come now. That is where the argument come. I don't know if Chief Curry understand what militarize mean. No, if Chief Curry say, or him think say, the government of Jamaica has sent soldier up there to militarize the area, we have to examine it. We have to examine, say, what is it that Chief Curry know about what I don't know, or the rest of people don't know? Chief Curry is being skeptical of the government of Jamaica and them soldiers playing off a history. I remember when historically the British Army led people up in the hills where the Maroon them there under the guise it's the same thing, you know, under the guise of helping. A history me I talk about, you know. Under the guise of helping them wage a war against the Maroon them. Yes, I don't know if it's a hurricane that come them time there, but a whole heap of the Maroon land and a whole heap of the Maroon way of life was torn apart by the British government because them open them arms to the British Army. Now, one can say, well, a different time now and rare, but you know, sometimes that is how we protect ourselves from the evils of white people. We must always be skeptical. And when I say GLP government is white people, but they are run by white people system. And when you look on how the system run them thing, you never can tell what them have under them boots. Yet still, we have to look on the situation. I don't know where Korea say. I don't know why Korea don't want them up there, but you can speculate. One can say, I wonder if him have something up there where him don't want them see. That is one way of looking upon it. The other way is that he might remember the past, and him don't want what happened in the past come catch him in a now. Are two things. Him don't want what happened in the past when him open up because of the act of nature come take her and him say, well, I'm going to open up. And then him end up, see, house a bill and all them things, and the people them in a distress. So they will bow to anything. They will bow to anything. And him is the one that decides, say, look here, the people them sometime do have no vision, and where the people have no vision, sometimes the people perish. So him me a stand up for a thing with them now say. And him a say, we now gonna make what happen to we in olden days happen to we again. Even though the time different and the situation is different. But we will do it ourselves. Give it the things they will make we do it ourselves. We don't want a soldier come up here. And yet still the people them now who don't have that hindsight I say, where am I talking about? Him not say people are suffer. People are suffer. Make the government come up here, come do where them are do. We see that happening in Israel a while. We end up owe them with life. No, I not take no side. I just lay it out as I see it. The problem with it is that the chief before Corey was a JLP. I think him name Roe. And it's not until this youth go up there now, it kind of stabilized the place. But now we hear say him is aligned with the PNP. And that's where the madness coming now. And that's where the madness come. The old-time chief, JLP, this chief you know, aligned with PNP. That's why we hear. We hear say him aligned with PNP. What is it that African people going to do to get off the British stench half away? That Korea might say must stand up for the rights of the Maroon them by not allowing soldiers. Because when you hear about soldier and Maroon, you know, it's a serious thing. Because remember, the Maroon them did allow the soldier them to come into them life by capturing them own people. Capturing them own people. That's the British can give them certain things. And the British give them certain things. I don't know the chief mind, but maybe so the chief I take it to himself. Maybe the chief I say, watch your man. If you don't learn by history, you're going to repeat it. So he must say to himself, look your man. Yes, it's good for all and all that our soldier come help, but here we have people of foreign where we come help with. And we have people in the same community who will help with. But the people them is so desperate for help that them don't care where them get the help from. Whether the help going to be a long-lasting help, where them have to go now sit down and pay for, like the IMF. Like the IMF, we offer Jamaica how much? Billions of dollars. The dollars where them give Jamaica, not give, lend Jamaica. When Jamaica don't rebuild with that money, the amount of time they're going to take to pay back that. It's like the Chinese. The Chinese in East Asia, where them help build the ports and the airports and the highways and things. Governments, where them build it for, can't pay them back. So them end up at take where them ports and them airports and them wharf and them thing there. So Chinese is all over Africa, our own things, because the government of that country make deal with them, with the Chinese them, and the Chinese them is not in the position to pay it back. So them confiscate certain things in the country. And we see that little by little happening in Jamaica. Because Jamaica not going to pay back that highway, that beautiful highway that was built, started out building by the French, and then it turned over to the Chinese. Now we see them a build mall and plazas in a Miami Bay. Chinese are going to run that. And which is about outside of the normal city, going to look now like a city again. So, me would love if Corey and the Maroon them from the other side apologize to we African people who still there fight the struggle. We still there fight the struggle. Would I love them apologize? Just like how we are the African, them apologize. It should have made me feel better to recognize where him say. So I not disagree with what him say, you know. But because me have a grudge for a long time against the Maroon them. I say that publicly. Me have a grudge against Maroon. From them time there. With them, we want to use the word sell out black people to white people. And give themselves like say, Maroon is different, is a race of African them. Maroon are different from African people, and Maroon are African people. Watch a man, Maroon is a derogatory word, you know. But they are fight the struggle. Some Maroon, some people from the other side there, over Portland, I tell people say, why them pick me, them now make them people pick them married outside of the Maroon community. Then really, the people them outside the community are African. And the white people them pick me go married to. African people them go married to. You tell me could have my pick me, and I tell them that me don't want them married to no Maroon. Me don't do that. A madness. African are African. Whether your complexion high, your complexion low, your complexion in between, you're African, no matter where you come from. As long as he's a black somebody, he's African. Apparently we make this Maroon thing get to a head. That what people say the Maroon them is a total different people from the African. They will come on as turn them in a slave. White people turn them in a slave. We recognize the indigenous cultures of the Maroon, but, and there's always a but, it will make me feel more appreciative of them if them come out and say, you know, so we really do something in our history where it's a leg behind it so long. Taki. Remember Taki. There's a story about a woman named Nanny and a compound, or a relative them, according to the story. Is a relative them, a compound, and Nanny. And the story say that when Nanny here say, they're going to sign the peace treaty, Nanny walk from the east and reach out to the west at St. Elizabeth to tell her brother them, don't sign it. And by the time she reach out to them, sign it with the white people them. And Nanny went back like a defeated soul. She continued her struggle. That is according to that story. So she didn't know say why she not sign it, but it have them who sign it in our compound. And this is where them they know. This is where them they know. So a youth rise up now amongst them and say, look here, no compromise. Maybe I have to go compromise because the way all the people are going It's like them don't understand. People are say a one government. Which one government? England rule this place, yeah. The laws of England govern Jamaica. It's not the Jamaican people, them law govern Jamaica. And that we are telling you now. And Manley and Buster go England. You know, say England don't have a written constitution. England has no written constitution, you know. You see them give you a constitution. And Buster and Manley come back here with it. And that will govern Jamaica from them time there until now. And we get into so-called independence 1962. And we still have the constitution I rub along with. Still have the constitution I walk up and down with. We don't shape something for ourselves and get rid of the white boy them from England. Because England is the most destructive country on the face of the planet. Them create more wars than any other country. Yes, any other country. Them create war. And we want to play a clip, a historical clip. Because if I can find the clip, I'll play a tune and go find this clip here because it's very important. Very, very important. We don't know where they're behind we. We don't know where they're behind we. And some of we don't even know where in front of we. But we need to understand that all the Alabama here people are jump out and talk about. Oh, we might talk about what's name? Baby Trump are the Prime Minister. Baby Trump are the Prime Minister. Of course, he is the Prime Minister of Jamaica. And certain people vote him in. Even some of the Maroon them in our compound vote him in there. But that don't mean say the rights we them have in history was taken away from them because of time. Time don't make you not be African. Look here where you go on with. Look here you bleach your skin. Look here how you live and yam where white people give you for yam and worship or white people work worship. That don't erase who we are as a people. And that is what we're supposed to deal with. Who we are as a people was not erased because of time. We are still African people domiciled on these farmer slave plantation island all over. And these people come with them laws and get some black people to give with the laws them. And we live by these laws. And in 1962, we claim say we're independent from them. But really and truly, are we truly independent? Are we truly, look how we are fight over to get a constitution. Some people say constitution, some people say the court, the Privy Council must be the legitimate court. Some people say, no, we must create our own court. Some people say, no, the Caribbean court is a good way to go. All these things white people have a fight over. England is a culprit in all of this. England is a culprit. But we're going to keep fighting. And we're going to fight each other. And the fight continue. May I say, we need to understand ourselves. And if them things I make we know, so we have to understand ourselves even more. Because all over the world, indigenous people fight for them rights, to live them cultural expression. And land. Land is the power. If you don't have no land, you don't have no power. And that is why indigenous people base them rights off of land, connection to the land. And when them take away land, trust me, them take away soul, man. Yeah, when them take away land, take away soul. Now them have a coop up in a little box. And I claim to them I give a key to the box. Not even a piece of land around it. Key to the box. And make you feel good. Take photo with me. Take picture in front of the room. And everybody feel good now. Yes, we have a little house now. I'm very close now. Melissa, may I tell you, Melissa, when Melissa blew over the house, we left the land. So what will happen now? All them people that capture the land, all them people that feel to them buy the land, and them not have no title to the land. What will happen now? What will happen now? All them makeshift places them are going to build up on the land where the people them used to live. And then them are going to realize it. But how you get to live there, so? You don't have no title for you, so. As somebody else's land you have, government just come in and say, what you know, where you have to go pay. Where them taxes on this land, you know, where them never used to pay taxes on. And the next ball, you know, go start. Woolly pa ball, you know, go start this, you know. What a judgment on the people, them. Listen good. Listen. Over there, yes.
All problems in the world go back to the British. That's true in Pakistan, India. That's true in China. That's true throughout the Middle East. That's true here in Cyprus. Because they were the most powerful empire for 200 years. And they left behind conflicts everywhere. You know, the disaster taking place in Palestine right now, one of the reasons is that between 1915 and 1917, the British promised the same territory to three different groups. So first, in the McMahon communications, the British promised it to the Arabs. You fight with us against the Turks, it's yours. Then they negotiated the Sykes-Picot Treaty to say to the French, it's yours. Then in the Balfour Declaration in 1917, they said it's a Jewish homeland. So the British promised 3 times land that wasn't even theirs. And they got a lot of nerve as far as I'm concerned. And now you need to disentangle all of this. But this is where the problems originate.
Yes. Them says for them one. Them come and thief the people them land. Divide the people them. And those who could stay on the land with them ancestors in Japan. But them come with them government and say, look, you have to pay taxes. You have to pay this, you have to pay that. Who decide that you have to pay taxes on a land where them say is British land? Eh? Imagine, look how far England there. And look where Jamaica there. And people want somewhere to live. And look how much land empty. And you can't go upon the land there. Go build nothing because them say a government land. Which government? Which government land? How the government get the land? How the GLP government get the land? Them inherited from where? From England. How England get the land? Them thief it from the people them who were there before them. That is what we are dealing with. So you saw the madness get crazy. You want somewhere to live. You want somewhere to plant some food. And you see a piece of land where empty for years. And you go there and dig it up and plant some food. You say you trespass on government land. How the government get the land? Where they go, who buy it, who them buy it from? Which part JLP spend money to buy the land? Or PNP? Which part PNP get money to buy the land? But now them a buy it. And them a give it too. Yes, shopping mall for piece of land. Highway for piece of land. How the government get the land? And them, some of them never whole like me. Me older than the Prime Minister, I could have been father. How him get the land? How the Prime Minister of Jamaica can say, is Jamaica own the land? The Jamaican government. They never say Jamaican people own the land, you know. It's the government of Jamaica own the land. They call it government land. So if it's government land, how them get it? You answer me that. How them get the land? Britain thief the land from the people them who were there, kill them off, murder them, and take the land that you come and say a government land, and the people them who have somewhere to live. And now, Melissa come watch everything, match up the whole place. Not even the whole place, but whole heap of the places them. And now the people them have to start over now, and them are going to try to figure out who for land this is, who must pay this, who must come measure it up, set it up, this and madness. Here we go again.
All problems in the world go back to the British. That's true in Pakistan, India. That's true in China. That's true throughout the Middle East. That's true here in Cyprus because they were the most powerful empire for 200 years and they left behind conflicts everywhere. You know, the disaster taking place in Palestine right now, one of the reasons is that between 1915 and 1917, the British promised the same territory to three different groups. So first in the McMahon communications, the British promised it to the Arabs. You fight with us against the Turks, it's yours. Then they negotiated the Sykes-Picot Treaty to say to the French, it's yours. Then in the Balfour Declaration in 1917, they said it's a Jewish homeland. So the British promised 3 times land that wasn't even theirs. And they got a lot of nerve as far as I'm concerned. And now you need to disentangle all of this. But this is where the problems originate.
In 1948, them give some Europeans the two claims to them a Jew. And up to now, them have it. I kill all the people them. And in America.
Do you understand?
I speak your language.
Good. Senator Crane has come here to offer your people a better way of life.
Better than what?
Better than what you have.
I like what I have. I understand that.
But your people live in the Stone Age. We live at the beginning of a great industrial revolution.
He doesn't understand why...
Chief, the United States government is offering you a piece of land of your own.
We have our own land.
No, it's not yours. It's the U.S. government's.
Did they buy it?
No.
Did they trade for it?
It's not like that.
Then how can they own it? He has a point.
That is where the crux of the matter is. That is where the crux of the matter is. How them get to own the land? Did they buy it? Did they trade it? It's thief the land. All government say it's government land. And so, and them come see people here so with it. So-called Tainos and Africans. And now the African majority want land and can't go up on a piece of land. Look how Melissa wrecked the place. And what going to happen when the dust move and see what will going to happen with the people who live a certain place in our Westmoreland. What's going to happen?
Do you understand?
I speak your language.
Good. Senator Crane has come here to offer your people a better way of life.
Better than what?
Better than what you have.
I like what I have.
I understand that. But your people live in the Stone Age. We live at the beginning of a great industrial revolution.
He doesn't understand
Chief, The United States government is offering you a piece of land of your own.
We have our own land.
No, it's not yours. It's the U.S. government's.
Did they buy it?
No,
Did they trade for it?
it's not like that.
Then how can they own it? He has a point.
If you accept our offer, you won't have to hunt buffalo anymore or roam the prairie. You can depend on your country to take care of you.
You are not my country.
We will give you everything you need if you will just submit to living on a reservation.
There is a Native American named Seattle. I know most of you might know the place in America where up north named Seattle. Well, Seattle was a Native American who had defended him land. And him have a speech is well known. And we took that speech and put music to it. You know, the native them call it Turtle Island. Yeah, that's what them call it, Turtle Island. America was a white man. Yeah, was a white man. Listen.
I said to free
all Africans. As we talk about who own the land. And when indigenous people claim land, some bossy slave come and say, it's government land. You're trespassing upon government. Or you can trespass upon government land. What kind of madness is that? How can someone trespass? If you are in Jamaica, born in Jamaica, or you can go trespass upon government land. When am I going to shoot you because you're upon government land? How the government get the land? Did they buy it? Did they trade it? Or did they get the land? So if you don't have nowhere to live, and you're that Jamaican, and when you look, you say, years from your picnic to the land there, and all you can see on it are some bamboo and some grass and two little trees where nobody no climb. And you decide so you're going to try a thing because you want somewhere to live. And as you put somewhere on it, some guy come tell you, say, this is government land. How did they get that piece of land? Did they buy it? Did they trade it? That is the question. That is the question.
It's very, very extremely powerful secret society in England called the Order of the Garter. Many people think it's like a woman's garter. No, it was the guards who guarded the powers in England. They guard the powers. They are like a mafia, underworld organization. International Maritime Admiralty law, the law of international banks, is based on Vatican canon law. This is why the Vatican has a Swiss guard. The Swiss guard the Pope. Why? Because it's symbolic. The Switzerland, which is the home of international banking, is guarding the Pope because he's the boss of all bosses. Mafia bows before the Pope. International drug traders bow before the Pope. The Pope is probably one of the most fierce, diabolical people the world has ever known. The Vatican is a symbol of world criminal, world empire. And if the Protestants think that they have protested against Rome and gotten something cleaner and better, you've got another thing coming, because 99% of Protestantism came directly out of the Vatican Catholic Church, and neither one of them are worth a damn before God.
You hear that?
It's very, very extremely powerful secret society in England called the Order of the Garter. Many people think it's like a woman's garter. No, it was the guards who guarded the powers in England. They guard the powers. They are like a mafia, underworld organization. International maritime admiralty law, the law of international banks, is based on Vatican canon law. This is why the Vatican has a Swiss guard. The Swiss guard the Pope. Why? Because it's symbolic. The Switzerland, which is the home of international banking, is guarding the Pope because he's the boss of all bosses. Mafia bows before the Pope. International drug traders bow before the Pope. The Pope is probably one of the most fierce, diabolical people the world has ever known. The Vatican is a symbol of world criminal, world empire. And if the Protestants think that they have protested against Rome and gotten something cleaner and better, you've got another thing coming, because 99% of Protestantism came directly out of the Vatican Catholic Church, and neither one of them are worth a damn before God.
It is already too late, said Oberika sadly. Our own men and our sons have joined the ranks of the stranger. They have joined his religion, and they help to uphold his government. If we should try to drive out the white men in Umuofia, we should find it easy. There are only 2 of them. But what of our own people who are following their way and have been given power? They would go to Umuru and bring the soldiers, and we would be like Abame. He paused for a long time and then said, I told you on my last visit to Mbanta how they hanged Aneto. What has happened to that piece of land in dispute? Asked Okonkwo. The white man's court has decided that it should belong to Nama's family, who had given much money to the white man's messengers and interpreter. Does the white man understand our custom about land? How can he, when he does not even speak our tongue? But he says that our customs are bad, and our own brothers who have taken up his religion also say that our customs are bad. How do you think we can fight when our own brothers have turned against us? The white man is very clever. He came peaceably and quietly with his religion. We were amused at his foolishness and allowed him to stay. Now he has won our brothers, and our clan can no longer act like one. He has put a knife on the things that held us together, and we have fallen apart.
Go through the paces, bring to light certain things. Yes, my island, man talk about my island. And you know, say, whole heap of people don't know, say, the Chinese, them, in Jamaica right now, and it's slowly but surely putting them pickaxe in Jamaica and dig the hole to plant them cement, blocks, on top of blocks, on top of blocks. And then you have some other people from South America and even North America. I build them blocks, on top of blocks along the sea coast. And little more Jamaican people will be painting. You know when you're painting? Them penning, that means you can't ever see the sea again. Because the amount of blocks will go around, it come like a jail, jail, like a prison. We will be landlocked. That's what them call it, landlocked. And then it will be too late. And then I say, boy, you know, say, me and Muta did say some things, you know, and it just fulfill up. Yes, it's a serious thing. What are we going to do? That is the thing now. It shall be too late shall be the cry. Too late shall be their cry. Because really and truly, there comes a time when you push a dog around for so long, one day that dog will turn and bite you. But when will we recognize that we have been pushed around so long that even the guy will look like you now, dress up in him jacket and tie, and say him is this and him is that. Them leave him here so to persecute you. So them do have to show them white face because them is recognizable in them white face. And them British style of work, American style of work, them dress up in a coat and tie. And then when they fight each other over politics, who forget what and who not forget what and all these things. Not knowing that we are keeping the order that they expect. Let them fight amongst each other. That them don't know what is taking place around the corner.
Night, sir, Muta.
Blessed man.
Yeah, man, boy. I wish you could have kept on this topic after the next 2 weeks. Because I figure that some of them politicians are asleep. And the message I forgot because I just hear on Carbo alone. And, well, when I hear from Jerry and Miguel, nah.
No, they're not up on radio again.
No, I'll take them off, man. I'll take them off because all the system set up, once you start speaking truth, them try to get you out. So we are talking about democratic country and freedom of speech. No, them I take them off. I just you and Carbo carry the boat and Shane and lied. But Muta, and I will always say this over and over, you will never get me vote for Labour and PNP because two of them are the same thing, Muta. The only difference is the colour and the symbol. The colour and the symbol, Muta. Because I tell you, say, when an old man tell about this one here, going into politics with lean boot and I'm 1.5% Thomas, and Muta, 80%, probably 85% of Jamaican black people don't own a piece of a square of land, Muta. They don't. Because if them put them a Portmore, them put up one box or one cube on your giant and if you drop a pin you hear. And when you hear one politician, not even a prime minister or so, sell a piece of property for 100 million Muta. And nobody now question them, but when you go to a bank with 10,000, them a question it. You go to Bournemouth, Muta.
When you go to a bank, them question you with $10,000?
Eh?
When you go to a bank, them question you about $10,000?
Yeah, man. Ask you the source of the money.
Oh.
Yeah, man. Yes, Muta. Ask anybody.
No, I'm not have to ask nobody.
It's like you have a trick with a phone card. You buy let's say you buy $100 phone card, Muta.
Mm.
You can't afford $100, then them so government tax and you pay the whatever percent the government tax. When you call somebody in a motor and you hang up here, them I tell you about next tax. I tell you some motor and people are terribly, worse than a white man, What double RSC? Double RSC? No, double RSC. Worse than a white man, you pay the tax in a motor.
Yeah.
And when you make a call and call a bridge when you hang up here, I say, how much sent for government tax? And I say, for real, Muta, you go to the supermarket and hear the people are complaining, say, not tax them, supposed to pay food. Them people assume tax the sun and the air, Muta, because you can't, never ask me, so who government own land, who them buy it from? I say, them buy it from God, but they make them backdoor deal. Go to Bournemouth, Muta, and look for the building. And I share and her husband own it to own Burger King. Go to St. Thomas And if somebody could do a audit motor, and you check the land them motor, I see the land of a politician owner, and them come there with them hypocritical self, run black ghetto people, these guys. I see them now, election gone, none of them come look for the old people, them, you know. None of them. Food rock skyrocket, and you talk about no whatever price food goes, I know you hear them dead with it. And you know run Jamaica motor. It's just a front for just have the army and the police force to keep the people in family rebel. Them don't run Jamaica. Them don't. Check the land them because motor. I didn't think say after COVID would I realize how self-reliance is important when I preach. Where the government would have said, all right, we could start cut up the land. Motor from my barn, 50 odd years, I never hear a PMP governor, I think a Michael Manlado said something about plant up the land. No Bruce, no PJ, no Portia, no Andrew Holness, no Siago, talk about, well, all right, we're a farm. I discuss land. You ever see them having a town meeting about land, motor? Tell me one politician will have a town meeting about land. Them sidestep, them go around do everything and sidestep the land thing. Tell me one of them. All you preach till die kingdom come about land. Tell me one whether Mike Kennedy will follow up Rasta and with them hypocritical self. Tell me one of them, not even more. Wherever say, all right, we're going to go around and have meeting about the land. What government, who will go and buy the land from? Why we have to pay land tax? For what reason? And the road dirty and you go on the park and you can't even catch your breath. Tell me why no motor? Not one of them talk about land. We're going to cut up the land and give the people them to farm because after COVID I thought the transition would have inevitable right away. It's dead and the politicians still have buy it out. Look what happened to St. Thomas motor.
Yeah.
I mean, you say something about Westmoreland now. Where them going to put the people out, where them going to build again and storm come blow down. I mean, you ask the JPS people, you know, why not run the cable under the ground?
Them
So these guys, they don't have no vision motor.
Them
Only
say too
vision them have.
expensive.
Repeat?
Them say too expensive.
So every time you put up something motor on the tail and you put it up back, not how much million government are lending? 25 million US.
Oh, them are
So
money.
know when the storm come next year, motor if life space.
I don't know.
What I understand Shakespeare, you keep doing the same thing over and over and I expect different results. Tell me what happened when the storm come next year now.
We'll see. We'll see.
That's the question I ask. Because we don't have no vision. Look, all right. Look at the traffic now, motor. And them I say we are criticized because we are PNP or GLP. And I try to make a one know, say. Means I Rasta man, I'm not know with no politician guy. But then I'm not know with them. Because I say Peter Phillips run a year for much years and I never see yet motor. All right. Look at the traffic now, motor.
Yeah.
Go in the business place. Go to the tax office and so much hours you have to wait and check the people in there and multiply the hours. And we are talking about first world country. That's how I tell you, multiply the hours where everybody wastes. All right. Look at the traffic now, motor. The traffic worse, you know.
Yeah.
All right. You put some big truck on the road. Some big, more trailer, more cars, more trailer. So, no more time we're waste motor. Why is it that the government himself cannot have a ferry system where you use the ferry or the train to transport like the cement and the FMR across the sea and save the road? When you have these big old high-ton truck on the road and mash up the road.
The road is adequate for supply the whole for
repeat, motor, repeat.
The road them is not big enough inadequately all those traffic within Jamaica, you know.
Thank you, motor.
They want something else now, a new traffic. They want a new road system in Jamaica, man.
All them have, my pass some man to the top man right around but the embassy they say of course the police them for all for criminal because them just around the place. Well, them get a ticket. Them don't know that for people are got you know. But what? Them come up with a system in a motor. For just run a plate and tell if you can't license and insure, but they can't come up with a system to stop the gun from coming. They can't come up with a system to mitigate the problem on the road. And I'm saying to Andrew Holness, you need to get the train and get the ferry to transport the cement and the mall and the heavy duty, the ton of things them through sea and save the road, save the money. And the Riverton City dump where I get the people them asthma.
But I know you said they're going to move it all long and them not move it.
Talk them motor.
A long time you say they're going to move it.
I talk them people attack here. Talk because Jamaican people who applaud action. That's why you see them on GLPFM. I get them cancelled because anyhow the relief, the flood thing never there. I only per US never make you only slow them. I get press conference for impress people overseas. Every Monday night, PNP and GLP when I cost. I just money and them God motor. No about the food, I just money and them God. Just I check at church. You ever say at church don't keep on a Sunday? Why? Because most people come go church on a Sunday and that's the money. You ever say at church, you ever say you have rain or so and so stay home. It's just money motor. It's just money. So long life, big up to our boy Raspa. I don't know, but them have to do something motor.
Yeah, all right, sir.
Yeah, Mandingo. Yeah, man. Respect my boss.
Yeah. Blessed.
Greetings, Mutabaruka, Professor on the cutting edge. Wagwan.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Here you're talking on, I would say the disaster and everything. And I bridging this, the engineer, renewable energy engineer, conscious engineer calling and by the devastation upon Jamaica. I really don't know when they're going to learn, but it's not a good look, Muta, because you say Melissa is not a one-off. So we have to think more consciously and positively going into the future because it can happen again at any time. So we have to rethink on a personal level and on a community level. Cause I don't even know about government. I mean, I really want going out of politics. But in the rebuilding stage, one of the things that I noticed too as an engineer, you see all of that mud and all them things that wash over upon the land, that's some really rich soil. And the people should realize that soil and some of the things that happen, you can really reuse that and even like compost back some of the things back into, agriculture and growing. Because I feel like what happened right now, we need to just get some food, some short there crops and things growing back that, in a couple weeks or a month or two, you can eat and start to sustain yourself. Because as you said before in last week, these world food thing, they're not going to last, Virgin. And then once the media now pick them up, we have to think how you're going to survive. In the most catastrophic place when I talk about the West. So I have to really think about some immediate survival thing. And back in the days when I grew up as a youth and we see people have, Dutch pot and wood stove and then go a spring and catch some water and boil it. For the people who are really in the kind of, I feel like, the kind of area the motor were really prone. So I have to think about how them are going to survive right there. So, because we have to think about how people are going to survive because a couple million people there, Jamaican, say must be at least 1 million people get affected. So we have to really think like long term, growing crops and use what you wanna, what you can get and stuff like that. And even use like a renewable energy engineer method, like a solar and them thing that, you get some little solar battery like it tell them a little flashlight.
Whole heap of them come long, Whole heap of them come long in a trailer.
Nice.
Solar battery.
And a little battery them good to, you know, where you can plug in, you know, motor. A little battery them good to where you can plug in, charge
I'll buy some and give away. Solar light. Me buy some and give away. Them work good.
Yeah, man, I best thing them that because every day the sun come out and if you even have one small battery, because them have some things now, they call them power bank.
Yeah,
and some of them come with like one solar.
Yeah, like where you charge phone with.
If you not listen, if you have family at Jamaica, and you can, there's a company named Anchor, Anker, and you can get them on Amazon to them come with like a one solar panel, a little power bank, and it come with like 3 electrical outlets you can plug in like a little phone or a light.
A whole heap of them there, Virgin, trust me. Whole heap of them.
Yeah. So we have to think now, you know, to just survive through and stay connected and, you know, maybe some like the Starlink, them not cheap, them kind of expensive and, you know, I think some them did run one thing in November where it run out now with one of the cell company them down there now, so you have to have your own subscription, but
you can't sell free, man, $60,000. Wait there. You can't buy one for $60,000 Jamaican dollar per Amazon.
Yeah, and if and like what you say, come here and listen, you know, me always listen you cause I love you, Rasta, because you're a good person, and you always tell him, man, you see the community kind of support now, and if we think about like what Garvey and them did a show from 100 years ago, you need to leave government alone, and you need to think about how to survive for yourself. If you can jump up and get one thing for yourself, and share a Starlink, or share certain things, and live loving to survive, because that's what survival means.
Regine, hear me. What I tell you, obviously you know there, so let me tell you something. Enough Starlink come down here. Enough. Hundreds of Starlink that Jamaica right now. You see all them battery thing we are talking about? Thousands of them down here right now. Believe you me. One of them trailer there. Come down with them. Me know Virgin and Sister will send them hundreds of Starlink. And you can buy it pan them 60. Eh?
No, I feel great when you tell me that. I feel happy because I really feel sad even before it come. I know say, yo, I don't know about, I ain't going to no God thing about no blessing or nothing like that, but the way where Melissa could have hit Jamaica Bridging, it could have been like a tsunami and just wipe out the West.
Yeah, but you never do that.
Even when people survive, I give thanks to that. I just want them to come up forward, strong and better.
Mm. Yeah, man, them things the way you talk about they are Virgin. Starlink, they are enough.
I want you to think about too, you know, you can use technology if you think of them have some little thing we call microgrid. Because here said GPS and I'll come back in till maybe next year sometime. Microgrid means like you have a little area where you can have your own power and you share power, like you have a little container. Container has some good thing too, you know, then little 10-foot, 20-foot container, them you can turn them in a house, you can turn them in an energy station, anything, and you can put things inside of them, lithium-ion battery, solar panel, communication, anything. You can have them like a little center for yourself, whether your family or your community. Yeah. We have to be resilient and think for ourselves because the way I see it, I know Jamaica, you know, and I don't want this to people, but there's too much corruption in our politics and certain things where too much people suffering and they're not helping, and youths now go to school now and certain things, and we have to think like, you know, just try to get back to function, you know, where we can survive and get youth them back, keeping in a school, take care of the old people and make sure we take care of our neighbor and them old people and the little children, because they're very important, and take care of the community. So I give thanks to what you tell me still. I feel better for that. Use up the technology, people, and, you know, keep the love going. And I know holiday with massacre and Christmas and them things, but if you can't show some love.
Why you know it? You know why the people them relieve like the sadness off of them, man? Eh?
No, because it's a fallacy, because is about money and gifts and all these kind of things. It's not really
them
like
show they are just show like what it keep. No, but when I say no, why if some dance and party I keep, why the people them shouldn't keep it? Because you want to get the people them
no,
out
no,
of
me not say them to keep it. Me not care about all them like a Santa thing and then Christmas thing and these kind of things.
Massacre. You mentioned massacre.
Yeah, the massacre, because they don't kill Christ, so they must celebrate the murder of somebody.
Oh, I think a massacre, the artist you talk about.
No.
Oh, I think a massacre, massacre.
They don't celebrate life. No, Bridget, I said. They don't celebrate life, then celebrate the wrong thing.
Keeping some part, no party for keep, man.
No, that's beautiful. No, me not say nothing about that.
Oh, no, sorry. I think a massacre, the artist in that time.
No, Bridget, no, man, I said this little blondie.
Yeah, talk about the Christmas thing.
Yeah,
the Christmas vibe,
yeah. And you can go in at the science of that with the winter solstice and all them things there because not going like that is, but yeah, me know you know that, but no. People for dance one party for keep go spend $2, $5 over there so and bring back some joy because we need joy right now more than anything else.
So which part you there? Which part you there?
No, me in Florida, you know.
And you listen from this or you listen to program from this or?
No, man, me listen to for years, man.
Me not about for years. No, wait, no, man. Me not about for years. Me talk about tonight. You listen tonight?
Yeah.
You have your radio on tonight?
No.
Eh?
Yeah, me turn it off because I listen to you.
Oh, you talk. All right.
Yeah, me always have it on because last like 2-3 weeks and the phone thing I try to get, because I have to pay for calling now. And then the thing I mess up because I did well want to link you and just see everything I go on.
Yeah.
But I really feel good mood and the world and listen to us if when you tell me, sir, things are coming and keep sending things in people and
you know watch YouTube, man.
You said I'm a live good.
You know watch YouTube for so much things that come out of Jamaica.
No, but I don't know it go because we hear the corruption thing up here so we don't really know if things are going
to some corruption today too. Them just find out some corruption in the government sector there.
With what?
Eh? You so hear about it, man. You so hear about it.
All right. But no, I'm glad, I feel like, even I'm condolences to everybody that lost a loved one and things, but I feel like this could be a good starting point for us to look at life and look at each one and one another. You look at neighbor, what it help you out. And when the rain fall, it now fall on one man, stop. And Jamaica is the leader of the world.
We free South Africa,
reggae music, all these kind of things. And we can use this inflection point right now to show how good we can be. And I really love Jamaica so much as a born Jamaican. And if you can please just live good, do the right thing, cut down the crime and them thing there, but usually escalate right now. And just use this as a good thing to build forward, to be greater, and them kind of thing. And bring the blessing forward to Jamaica. And wherever the people do, the leaders will follow the politician. There are workers. They're not my boss and our leaders. Make them follow, and just do the right thing.
If the people lead, the leaders will follow. If the people lead, the leaders will follow.
Yeah, I saw it, my brother.
All right, sir.
And boy, you always do a great job, man. I give thanks to you, many nights when 3-4 in the morning and I study out and I need a little break, only like mood and little vibes and so on. So we give thanks to you, man. I will find an idea all over the world. When we're there at school at California and in place, so we still are listening, man, with the time difference and everything.
All right,
so,
I want you to turn up your phone loud. Turn up your phone loud. May I play that tune for you? When you hang up the phone,
yeah, man, no, me blast it. I have a little sound system where me have to like kind of crank it down.
All right, so I'm going to play that tune for you.
In Florida, I'm not bother no squirrel or no beer or no animal.
All right, I'm going to play that tune for you. All right?
Yeah, man. One love, my brother. Always loving you. Great Mutabaruka.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mutabaruka.
Blessed man.
Long, strong live, strength. And you look all system them and bridging them. Now all of Jamaica we have go through this terrible tribulation right now. Just stay strong. Them can't kill somebody, but them can't kill all of you. So there, stay strong. Or just the temptation and the brutality and the folly. Because right now, even the things them, when them get the issue out, partiality are going on. If you want some things you have to go, you have to have NIS, you have to have all kind of something to get things.
Eh?
Yeah.
From where? Which part you get the thing them from?
Eh?
From where? Because a whole lot of people don't so give a thing them now. You don't have to have nothing to get it.
Yeah, but
you mean the government you talk about?
Yeah, we're not talking about food supplies and things.
Yeah, but the food, no, sir. Food supply, you have to have a whole lot of people down there are give a thing, Virgin.
Yeah, we know that. But we are saying when come on to raiment and shelter and things. Some place people have to have insurance, have to have NIS, have to have this.
Go where?
Two local sheet of zinc and all them something and them thing there. And we are saying shouldn't be so.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Which part you have to have insurance to get sheet and zinc?
NIS, them say.
NIS?
Yeah, I don't know centers which are, yeah, I have to have card and all them something there. You have to have the ID card, you have to have a whole lot of things. And some people, when I have them things, they can't get them things, zinc and whatever, board and them something there. If you don't have them sitting there, you can't get that. So that's them things are partiality. Because when the hurricane come, it runs through everyone. So the things them there, people forget them, to stop the partial business. And everyone can have ID and everyone can insurance and them something there. Them to deal with the thing, like basic man, I mean, so what, if the doubt people, you call the people them and say, you say right now, them forget 10 sheet of zinc or them forget whatever them forget. People for just get it, man, because a whole for them something come down to street forget, you know. And they come over, you're going to see them, you're going to see all the men, them have it now, and when you come over, you see them give them the command, them in them store to sell and all them things, and the people them not get for them to get, you know. All them things are disrespect and wickedness to the nation, man. Because people them suffer great things.
Remember them have the zinc scandal one time?
Yeah.
Where them last sell the zinc they were supposed to give away?
Yeah. Till them all are rotten. I even disrespect of wickedness that to people them, man. I say you can't say you love people and care for people, and at the same time you have to sit to them and you know give them it and see them as suffer and punish. Like you want to see all the people them dead out. Old people, young people. What happened? The table have a turn in Mutabaruka. A turn. It has to turn. People have to just get serious now and stand up and do more. Are we make them rich? If them can't do without us. Everything in them place, in them factory, in them this, in them that, we are going to do it. So if we just stand up on them, you know, we don't have to go make no war. Or to make our said brother, sister, and even niece come kill you out on the street. And we have to just stay with them, you know, a couple of days. And no move. Anything. No, them can't come over here, come take you out and force everything we don't want them. See? Make them know so what we have powers and them. And the youth, and them, we don't work with. We don't work with them. So, them to realize and know so why cable have to turn, you know, whether early or late, you know, because people suffer, man. Bad doing too. Bad doing on this land, yeah. Oh, my, I some people when them up to arrest right now. The wickedness, man. Grieve by heart, man. Grieve. You know, so I saw them deal with the thing. This is the thing in the right and proper way. People not have them. When hurricane come, people, you know, could tell people, say, they have to have this and they have to have that. It blow down everyone, don't stop.
Brethren. You hear why them do that? There's a reason, they must have a reason to do that. You hear why them say you have to have ID to get the things them?
Reason or no reason, motor. People them need things, man.
No, but we no hold on. We can't just look on it one way, you know. Maybe them do it that a man don't come back and say him not get none anymore. So, ID.
But you're right, young people, them here when they come.
But I say, maybe get an ID. No, that you take the ID and write it down. You write down the ID. That's why they say if you get the ID. If you get the ID and you get 10 sheets of zinc and some lumber, you can't come back, you know, say you want 10 sheets of zinc and lumber.
Okay.
You have to show them the ID.
That too. Or some people they don't have no ID and them genuinely need it. We are going to do it with them and them have no NIS and them genuinely need it. We are going to do with them. We are going to turn them back.
No, I don't think there must be a logic tonight why them say that.
Logic, no logic, man. People them need things, man. Give people them things. Because hold it there. More than we can manage.
No, more than we can manage, no, there, man. How you know that?
Because we know some old things come in.
Yeah, but that
from foreign and plus to them have that.
More than we can manage there.
Because I know the whole of the island get destroyed, man.
A billion of dollars need to fix up that place back in the bridging. Just Black River alone, you know, billions of dollars it needs to fix that back, you know.
We know that, man. We know that. That
I look at it and I say, I will come there for. Then for just give her the thing.
Whole things come now, man.
You have to have an order in the something, man.
Yeah, we agree with total order, yes, but what? We know the partiality around the thing, so we know, you know.
Well, we know we paint on the GLP something. We paint on the GLP something rampant, you know.
Yeah. People need to organize the thing properly better than that, man. And when them give out so look at things slowly. Things to help make people them feel more joyful in their life, man. Nobody because them up the land them have and them now feel them no pinch of it. Yeah. Them can do better, man. Them can do better. And them feel better too. Yeah. Because we will go through this thing, yeah, whether big, whether poor, whether rich or whoever. Not far we go through. You see. And so we're there, not far we're there still, and few gone through this thing. So if you don't know to watch out, rise up and stop the partiality and people them can't get with them to get, man. And nobody talk about PNP and JLP and whoever, and I will appeal. Oh. People them forget things, man.
All right,
and get things in a right and proper way too.
We have to move, yeah?
Blessed love, man.
All right, give thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, Muta.
Blessed man.
So this time on your farm?
I'm not on the farm again, you know.
Really?
People them teeth out my things, them, I saw.
But the push them give me hell, brother. I did have a few plant and, you know,
I got them teeth from me, I plant them. I plant. So I turn to a little thing down here so now to figure out what I can do. And some cow walk in night and that is the end of that.
Well, I have a problem with the cow, with the animal. I push them on my problem, brother.
No, man, the man, them tie them cow up on the side of the land. Then the man will get up again and say, the cow up on my veranda try to open my door. You know what I mean? Like,
so, you know, nobody to talk to.
Watch you know, the man they tie them cow and left them, you know. We can't sit down and wait to see them to come pull them cow, you know. And the cow them not tie good, so them come up and run up in my yard.
Oh, mess up the place.
I mean, them on the road still, you know. The man, them, we can't bother wake up a man to go look to see it, you know. We can't bother.
The fruit tree them get mashed up and things.
Yeah, man, the man, them, the cow them walk up and down for me things, them. Me just make a bed if you just test a little part of the ground with some cucumber and something. Right, when we go down there, I some big cow foot a walk, like I feel them things, you know.
I find them mash it up and eat it done, you know.
I done it done.
Them lie down, you know, I can roll and everything there, so.
So me find a little hillside with steep, like, we say, if anything we catch this, so come never plant nothing this or yet. One little part, just me want to just test it. And then me go through. So me go see where going to happen this or no. But no, the farm thing, no, me have to go find a piece of land, Rasta.
No matter what you do, somebody will put
teeth again.
When we talk to my mother, brother, I think somebody will worry himself because they push them and mash up everything. So we say, let them go on with it, you know. So, anyway, farming there, you have nothing left back, you know, brother. The man, them target it. Nobody know why you have nothing at all.
But I know that's the one, them know why you have nothing. That's some youth where, if you call them to chop out some place for you, know, them know why that, you know, but them sit down on the corner with some cup in them hand and a split in them mouth. And when your things come up now, them go on like a for them one.
Then see a passing answer, and see a passing when you left something with them.
Them a big, oh gosh, man, me I tell you. Ask them to come chop out a place. Them a say, boy, I'm out can't do that, no, you know. And them sit down there, I smoke herbs and I drink liquor.
And I look girls.
Well, I don't know if them I look no girl because I don't see no girl around them. Most of the time, I pure man, me stand up there. I don't see no girl there.
You know, the other day, I'm there in Canada, and I say, I don't see nothing like them there no more. Everybody that work, you know.
Yeah.
No, sir, everybody has to that work. None of them kind of thing there and thing, you know. Everybody that work, you know. So I'm just alone, the see them thing they go on.
Anyway, I will try a thing somewhere still.
Yeah, my advice if you can, you know, because, you know, you have to plant up the food, you know, brother, because when you have your work, it's nice, you know.
Coconut, and when I have standing, I have a pear tree stand up there. You know, but it's a long-term thing. I talk about some vegetable, you know.
Yeah, you know, in a 6 feet, you can have something.
Yeah. And I just throw away.
I will try something too.
So,
I try something tomorrow, plant up some sweet pepper and thing, and, you know. Hot pepper and thing, because hot pepper gone, you know.
Yeah.
Stand your way for that, me.
Yeah, man.
But before you go still, you know, more you play one Jackie Me Too for me, you know. If I have to close out the program with it.
Which Jackie Me Too you want here? You have to tell me.
Why? Anyone you get me take, you know. Because, no, man, upon the work, me there, I go on this program, so any Jackie Me Too, you get me take it. Yeah, man.
You are a job song.
Anyone of them, man. Just press play for anyone. Just press play for anyone.
The one say, anyone play, anyone get me take it.
I mean, when I have a original listener, every time you play Jackie Me Too, them, I make you know. So I know I'm listening now.
Am I listening?
Yeah, man.
And if you hear
on YouTube, if you not get free, if you hear well, YouTube now go play still, but.
I will satisfy you still. I will satisfy you. Alright?
Yeah.
I will give him Jackie Me Too. And since you find Jackie Me Too, we will give him another Jackie Me Too, you know. Yeah, brethren, you get a twin spin in the night, yeah. A twin spin in the night, yeah. Jackie Me Too. You hear the man there with the drum around the back there. The kete. Oh gosh, man. So we'll be back here. Get some more from this from 2 o'clock to 5:45 with the stepping razor. I hope you can join me. Total different program. Yes, total different program. Here we go.
The government is prioritizing roof repair for thousands of residents whose homes were impacted by Hurricane Melissa. Information Minister Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon says the Heart NSTA Trust will also play a role in the reconstruction efforts. The works will be undertaken by the Jamaica Defense Force in collaboration with engineers from the Guyana Defense Force, a technical team of engineers from Ethiopia, and personnel from Rwanda. Dr. Morris-Dixon says the government will be looking to private construction companies to assist the rebuilding efforts.
And all those teams will be working to repair roofs. They'll be doing so in conjunction with the JDF and also with the Heart NSTA Trust teams. The JDF will only be repairing roofs that are structurally sound. So they need to be structurally sound. I know Minister Vaz is also looking at house wiring, because that's very important, because we'll need to rewire many of these homes, and he's looking at how we can also support that. We are also looking at how we can use private construction companies to help us with the rebuilding efforts. And so JDF will be meeting with private construction firms to be able